Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Hall Family Wines Happy Hour. My name is Catherine Hall. I'm really glad that you joined us today. We have the most incredible show ahead. We've got some wonderful wines we're going to be drinking. Among them, this Pinot Noir right now. This is a Walt Pinot Noir from Clos Pepe Vineyard, which is down by Santa Barbara. And my guests today are Melissa Villaseñor and Cecily Strong, two of the most talented entertainers, comedians ever, anywhere. And they are all going to be with us today in just a few minutes. I think just the fact that we've got them both on and we've got two, that they're both women, is just so amazing and so wonderful. And I am just really overjoyed that we can share them with you today. So my first guest is going to be Melissa Villaseñor. And Melissa sort of burst, at least for me, burst onto the scene with America's Got Talent years ago with these beautiful impersonations that she does. I think she does some of the best impersonations anywhere, ever, by anyone. And I have to say, Melissa, I think you're probably listening to this. The Owen Wilson is absolutely my favorite of what you do, but I love Sarah Silverman as well. Anyway, we've got lots of fun chat, and so let's just bring on our wonderful guest, Melissa Villaseñor. Melissa, come on.
Hey, thanks, Catherine. That's so sweet.
It is so nice to have you on.
I'll drink a little wine and have a little Owen here, you know.
Yeah, a little wine and a little Owen. I think that's great. And by the way, and I love that one time I saw you where you actually had the hat on, or his hair on too, which is just so good. So good. He's really a cutie. So the first wine that you and I are going to drink, I'm going to pass you this bottle. It's a Zinfandel from our Baca line.
Okay.
Are you ready? I'm going to pass it through the magic of the
internet.
Thank you
so much. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, what a pro. Thank you. Well done. So cheers.
Hey, cheers. Now, unfortunately, this is the cup I use. I don't have wine cups. I have actually a funny story to tell you. I don't have a lot of things, okay? I mean, in terms of kitchenware. And at my place in LA, my parents brought wine glasses. Okay, they had I don't know, they had a lot of them stored in their place, and they're like, here, put these up there. And I was like, I don't need them. I don't have friends. I don't have anyone over. And they told me, Melissa, you're going to want these glasses when you're going to entertain people. Trust me. And then I had to do some sketch for SNL, and they're like, do you have wine glasses? And I was like, oh, thank God. Thank goodness my parents were telling me.
Yeah.
So how do you, is there any, no, I just poured in.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, the most important thing about when you drink a wine is that you pour it into glass, because I think part of the fun of enjoying a wine is looking at the color. So that it really doesn't matter what the glass is. See? Ooh. So to all of you out there who are drinking, who don't have your wine glass handy, you can see it can be done.
Okay, here I go.
Nice. So Melissa, so you are back there, you're in New York. Right? And by the way, the show is great. You are great. I love the dad scene. That was so cute.
Wait,
last Saturday night. But anyway, tell me, how do you all, I kept watching you knowing I was going to have a chance to talk with you today, and wondering, how can you do that during COVID? How do you guys
make it work? I mean, they space out the time when everyone arrives to get their rapid tests, and then we get tested every time we enter the building. Like, there's just, it's that much.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and then they have COVID officers just placed around, so sometimes just naturally as humans, we get close to each other, and I'll be like, yeah, and then the officers come right in, they're like, what do you, no but it's great. I mean, they're on top of it, so I feel safe, and it feels, I know.
Well, good.
Yeah.
It's
crazy though. It's sometimes it is crazy to be so close.
Yeah, and then when you're shooting, you have to be close, huh?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, for us, it's a little bit like that so our wineries are still open in Napa Valley, but we serve everybody outside. And then when your guests come, everybody wears masks, our guests, and we wear the masks. But still, even though you try to distance, I mean, you have to, in a way, have sort of the COVID police there. We don't have we
Right.
just have to enforce it ourselves. But
And then with alcohol in your system, I'm sure it gets kind of, you even want to get more, just let's hug.
no, it's really true.
But I have to say, the wine has been delicious. This is delicious. You guys sent me so many, and thank you so much, because it's been making my December very cozy, and I look forward to having a little glass.
I am so glad.
Watch Christmas movies.
Most wine is actually enjoyed over the holidays anyway, so I'm glad you are in good stead.
And my sister lives nearby, and so when the boxes arrived, she just stocked up too, and I was like, God, it's so nice. But yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, well, I am so glad. So good. So maybe I'll just say a couple words about this wine. So this is Zinfandel, which is really sort of the heritage California grape. And I really like it. I think it's wonderful at the holiday time because it always has these sort of lots of fruit. This one for me has a lot of sort of brambly fruit in it. So that dark, really maybe blackberries, blueberries, that kind of taste.
It's so good.
So I'm glad you like it.
Now, why is it? That's a question I have for wine. Why do people do that? The little spinning.
Why do you spin? Well, since you asked, because you want to smell it. So there's color is important in wine. I mean, it's just fun to look at the color of a wine will tell you a lot about how it's going to taste, but also when you smell it, I think that's part of the enjoyment of a wine, and so see how this sort of has sort of a dark fruit, sort of brambly, raspberry, blackberry sort of nose in it.
Yeah.
That's so, and so it's just another way to enjoy the wine. So that's why. And by the way, when you get your glasses back from your parents, you'll be able to swirl more, and you can get more of the nose.
I can't do it really in this.
So I have just a couple questions that I put together that I thought might be fun. They're sort of rapid fire, and I could sort of just ask you and maybe give everybody who doesn't have a chance to know a little bit more about you. By the way, and if anybody is watching you, I know you have so many of your fans on here, but I really think that your posts are they're so honest and so real. I love them. And so if folks don't have a sense of who you are, it's really because they're not following you on Instagram, which they should do, I want to say. So
that means a lot. Thank you so much. I always try to ask myself, does this have is this loving? Does this have heart? Is this silly and fun before I share stuff? Because I like, even with when I draw, a lot of my drawings are a little emotional too. And I feel I like sharing that other side of me. It's just like a different side. And I always just try to be the most Melissa as I can be. They're my pal, so they feel like they have a friend. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you talked about your drawings because I love your drawings. You did one not that long ago about your heart and your brain and
because sometimes our brain is just being so cruel to ourselves. Yeah, it's just a little heart drawing and then the brain next to it, and the heart says, "Hey, chill, will you? I love you." And there's a wire connected from the heart to the brain. The brain's like, "Okay, my bad."
So good.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, let me get to these questions that I have for you, and nothing is like, this is not rocket science, but I hope it's fun. Okay. For you, Madame, because I know that you moved to LA, you moved to New York. What's the best place for date night, Whittier or Manhattan?
Oh. Whittier, sweet Whittier.
Yeah.
I mean, probably Manhattan because there's so many. I mean, when COVID wasn't here, but I feel like theater, you got concerts. I mean, there's endless amount of entertainment here. I feel like a lot of good date nights to be had here. I'm gonna have to choose Manhattan. Sorry, Whittier. I love you, Whittier. you would do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, that was sort of a.
I just thought of it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, next question. Bloody Mary or Irish coffee?
Bloody Mary.
So you're a morning drinker.
I think I am. No, but Irish coffee is a little strong for me. Isn't that there's a place in San Francisco that's popular for like the Irish coffee.
Totally, it's the Buena Vista.
Yes.
You know it.
Yeah, because my grandparents loved that place, and I remember going when I was younger, and it was just too strong. I think too strong for me. But yes.
Totally agree. By the way, shout out to the Buena Vista. My dad used to tell those stories about going there, and it's such a cool place with such a cross section of people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. All right. Next question. Cats or dogs?
Oh, well, I have both. I have my cat here. I have my dog Penny. I'm gonna have to choose dog. Sorry, Ella.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the love that an animal can give until I got my doggie. I didn't know, and she's my best bud. So sorry, cat. But I love my cat too. She's been really cuddly too. So it's.
Yeah, can you really? I've never had a cat, but I
was writing about this in my journal, how I actually like having both because they balance me out. The dog sometimes makes me think, oh, I'm so wonderful. You know, the dog's like, you're the best. I'm like, oh, thanks. But the cat keeps me grounded because sometimes I look at her and she's like, I don't want to look at you today. You're just no thanks. So it's a good balance for me.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, what is your favorite meditation app?
I believe it's called Insight Timer. It's yes, Insight Timer. There's different options for sleep meditations, music, calming music. Then there's meditations by my favorites, Jack Kornfield and Tara Brach. And I listen to them so much on there. There are so many good ones on there.
Hey, that's new information and good for me. I have many that I have on my iPhone and I listen to them all, but
yeah.
Insight
Timer. I'll send you.
Timer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. I get two more because we're running out of time. I'm having so much fun. Who was your favorite SNL host to work with?
Will Ferrell, because he comes in joyful and present, and he just makes everyone laugh and myself laugh so much. And you could just feel the love of being able to be just
neat.
Laugh. Yeah, he's the best.
You know, it must be also the fact that he was part of the cast, and that might encourage the camaraderie there too.
Yeah. And just the kindness that he has. I mean, it's just always a good reminder for me to you can just be kind for always. So
nice. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Last question.
Okay.
The best reaction you ever had from a celebrity whom you did an impression of?
I think. Okay, this didn't go on air, but it was on America's Got Talent. Natalie Portman really loved my impression of her. I did it at a table read, and she came up to me after, and she was like, "Wow, thank you so much. I didn't think I even had a specific voice. I thought it was kind of boring. Thank you so much." And so she really loved. And then Sarah Silverman, since you love my Sarah, every time I run into Sarah at a comedy club, she'll be like,
Oh, do me.
So good. So
Thanks
good.
for having me, Catherine. You're a
Oh.
delight. It was so, and thanks for all the wine. It's delicious. And
It's
happy
such a
holidays.
joy. Melissa, just thank you for all the happiness you have brought me, to folks I know, to everybody who's watching.
Thank you.
Wish you the best. Happy holidays.
You too. Thanks.
Well, what fun is that? It's just, I feel like it's just a plethora of riches here today. So my next guest is the amazing Cecily Strong, who is going to be joining us. Cecily does so many things incredibly well. I don't even know how you introduce her. She is obviously a really funny person. She's a great comedian. She does fabulous impersonations herself. And also I'm just fascinated by how beautiful her voice is, her singing voice is. So anyway, let's bring on Cecily Strong.
Oh, hi. Yes.
Well, hello.
I just disproved your lovely introduction.
It is so great to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice to see Melissa right before.
Yeah, it is so funny. So you all aren't seeing each other all that often, or how many?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of bizarre. It's I just got back, and it's like I get to see everybody. Sort of, I get to see their eyes, and then if you're in a sketch with somebody, you can see them. But it feels like I don't know what's the PG version of a tease. I guess just tease.
Okay.
I was thinking of another tease, but it's like I want to hug these people and I want to see them, but we don't get to. Not yet,
Right. And really probably not for quite a while.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's really going. I have to say, Star Witness, oh my goodness. It was so good.
Well, I mean, it was pretty easy, I suppose. It's, helps having somebody that's doing the thing I can do.
It's so good. I think you are so great with your you deal with politics and with all the polarization that we have in our society. I've got to think, I mean, they're very funny skits. I laugh out loud. But I have to think you get feedback in terms of mail or email or text and all sorts of things. Do you? I mean, did you get feedback from Saturday night?
I get lots of feedback from, family and friends. They all watch and they all really like it. And I think, but I think for the most part, I personally, when I'm doing something, I don't like to be too mean or too nasty to somebody. I want it to be all in good fun, sort of. I want it to be silly. It could make anybody laugh. It might not, but it could.
Yeah.
Would be the ideal for me.
I couldn't agree more. And I do think you do it all with love. And I just have to think, now
I'm ready. I'm ready for that line.
That I'm going to, through the magic of the internet, pass to you.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So good.
I'm going to pretend that I haven't poured a glass already.
Yes. Because, cheers.
Yes, cheers. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I love that you've had a little bit to do with our industry.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I was 22 and I sold wine at Greenblatt's. So I got to do it in Los Angeles. It's a deli and a wine store, but I worked in the wine part. So really, I just got to drink wine a lot and learn that way. I learned I liked it a lot.
It's really, really wonderful. So, okay. So I have a little game that I thought we could play. But before I tell you about the game, can I just say, I'm thinking about, here I am tasting wine with the The woman that you don't want to spend time with at a party.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a joy.
And it's not very different from real life, so I apologize.
Not at all. And I'm thrilled. Okay, so I have this little game. It's called Sip or Spill.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you some questions. You can spill the beans. And if you don't want to answer the question, you have an alternative, and that is you have to take a sip of this wonderful wine.
If I must.
Oh, darn. Okay. So let me get them out. And
I'm going to have to pretend to be much more coy than I am. Then I'll get to sip.
Well, these are really tough questions, as you're going to see in just a second. I mean, like, I hope you're ready. Okay. Are you? Here we go. Which SNL cast member is the biggest life of the party?
It's tough to say. I think I'm a pretty good life of the party, but I think I'm going to go with Michael Che. In terms of he's doing the most parties, or what's that called? Hosting? I don't know. It's been a while.
Oh, he's posting about his parties?
No, he's hosting. We used to go to his room after. Yeah, he enjoys. He's a good one to turn to if you don't know what to do some night.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Yeah,
that's great. Okay. So it looks like, I mean, it certainly looks on camera anyway, on all the shows, just that everybody really has a sense of camaraderie there. I'm sure it's very stressful, but
it's all of that. Yeah, it all exists at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. And probably and wine, by the way, I'm just saying, wine helps. You know.
I've known.
Yeah, good.
Thank you, Greenblatt's.
Yay! Yeah, right. Okay. So, Cecily, what's your favorite dad joke?
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like most of my jokes that I wind up telling are dad jokes. So this one's a little bit long, but I'll try to make it short. But this is one of them. It's there's two whales are at a bar, and one whale turns to the other one and he goes, "Ooh, ooh." And the other one goes, "Man, you are drunk."
You are what?
You're drunk.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a great joke. It's fun to tell.
Of course, I didn't get the punchline, but
I know. I'm great at telling it too.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm just yeah.
That makes it even more of a dad joke if you have to repeat the punchline for someone.
Yeah. Can you explain that, please?
Yeah. Okay. Great. Sure.
Yeah. All right. On this next one, remember that you can sip. You don't have to answer it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sip because of the punchline of that. How about that?
Okay.
I'll take the punishment.
Okay. Darn.
Mm-hmm.
What's one of your most embarrassing moments at SNL?
Gosh, it's tough to say what's the most embarrassing. There was a sketch that Vanessa and I did once that bombed really, really bad. And once you're out there and you have like a 4-minute sketch and the audience is dead right away at the top, and you're like, well, if you don't like that, we've got 3 more minutes of it for you. And then I think it's very humbling. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We were like investigators, crime scene investigators from Buffalo who were grossed out by everything. And we kept going like, ew, gross. Give me a break.
And of course, everybody's going to be Googling it now.
Well, they won't find anything. Never made it. We got cut.
Hey, how do you who is in the audience? Are those I'm sure you just have to, people stand in line for a long time to get tickets, or is it done?
That's how it used to be. I don't quite know how it works now. I think I asked 100 questions a day last week because I don't know how anything works now. It's like, am I allowed to eat now? How can I eat? Or do we have water in public? Or so I'm still learning.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
I've been there for 9 years, and now it's like, well,
Pretty good. Pretty
dog.
great. Oh, I hear your dog in the background.
Yeah, she likes that one.
I love dogs, and I love how,
yes, yeah.
you always had, you have a dog, or I'm not sure if I saw it last Saturday, but anyway, you always
on my
have a dog.
necklace now in the new intros because she couldn't be in the building. But so they made me a little necklace with her picture because she's always been in my intros.
Yeah.
It was really sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. All right. Have you ever had any red carpet mishaps?
I consider any time I'm on a red carpet to be a mishap. It's not a comfortable place for me. I wish I had wine on a red carpet.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I like that. An answer and a sip.
Yeah. Required both.
Okay, last question. What do you remember most about the White House Correspondents' dinner that you did?
It was so wonderful all around. It was, I got to have my family there and friends. I think the coolest thing though was getting to eat dinner sitting next to Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Way cool.
Really on my best behavior then.
Yeah. Did you see her arms?
Yeah, they were next to mine. So, and I could be like, I'm just going to eat the healthy stuff.
Yeah.
We do that, right? Yeah.
So fun. Yeah. I just think, I have some friends who work back in Washington and who actually were at the White House in those days. And it's just, the whole town is abuzz getting ready for the Correspondents' dinner. It's just a high point.
Yeah. Yeah. It's their prom, right?
It is. It totally is. Yeah. And everybody wants to be there. So let me say a couple words about this wine that we have.
Yes, please.
So this is a Cabernet from, actually I named that after my mother-in-law. Her name is Ellie, or Eleanor. It was Eleanor, and we call it Ellie's. So it's from Hillside Fruit. It's all from Napa Valley. And it's just this, it's all hillside, which means it's got a little more power. It's got a lot of sort of dark plum flavors in it. And I love that I'm talking to someone who used to sell wine.
Right. It. Well, I used the words without 100% always knowing what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. But I knew what I liked.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and I'm sure you had this experience too. So you spend time with wine experts.
Yes.
Sommeliers, but every one of them, you'll have 5 people in a room and everybody has a different opinion anyway.
Right.
So it's like, I think a lot of people are intimidated thinking that what's right and what's wrong.
I think so too. And I mean, the best trick I learned was to just ask if there's someone in a wine store and they're buying their own wine or they're tasting the wines, just ask them, what do you like? If I say that's a really easy trick. Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Actually, I do that at restaurants. I mean, I try to try other people's wines when I go to restaurants, and
you'll find something good that way.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then of course,
22-year-old just out of college, I knew what I liked. So
yeah,
ask, yeah.
Although my guess is that you can probably afford a little nicer wine than you could when you were 22.
Yes. A little bit. My budget's. I'm like $20 more now. I go for the $30 bottles now. $40.
Yeah. Living it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cecily, it has just been such a joy. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the wine.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming. You've got a lot of fans who are watching us. Any last words to share with people?
Stay safe and find ways to smile every day if you can, and drink wine.
Well said.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon, I hope.
See you soon. Much.
Bye-bye. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had half as much fun as I did. Actually, I hope you had just as much fun as I did. So we will be back. We're not going away. We've got lots of wonderful programs coming up. I'll be back next week. And in the meantime, to you all, stay healthy and sip